Hi guys, it's the Artsy Gamer back again for another video in our channel. Please grab your teas, grab your coffees, maybe a little bit of food, and you know what I'm gonna say. Let's do this. Okay, come on, first sip of the day. Let's take it, let's go. Black coffee going on my Sparrow coaster next to my porridge. And yes guys, if you're new here today and you're into retrospectives, complete unboxed experiences, art and graphic design, and maybe the odd bit of nostalgic talk, then you're so in the right place here. So definitely consider giving this channel a subscribe and a like to the video if you haven't already. Anyway, today guys, we are going to do an unboxing of a microphone today. Yes, my clip-on microphone has arrived, and I'm hoping this might provide a little bit better audio quality to these videos. Again, all the little donations that get put forward in my TikToks has gone towards this, and I keep saying anything that does get put forward will go back into my TikTok lives and YouTube. So we're going to have a little look at this today. We're going to do a bit of an unboxing. I am then going to try and load it up, get it all connected, and then towards the end of the video, hopefully we'll have a fully functioning mic and we can see how it sounds. And then you know what, as we are on the PlayStation Portal hype, let me just grab it. Here it is. Oh, yes. I was thinking we can maybe take a look at a few more screenshots that I've taken over the years with my new microphone on, just to see how it sounds, and also give you another little look at the PlayStation Portal with the screen again. Lots of people have been asking, how is the screen? How does the screen hold up? I mean, I did do a really awesome video yesterday, so definitely check it out if you haven't already, but it's great because we can explore it again if you haven't. So there we go. Right then, well, let's, come on, we'll take a sip. We'll take a sip of coffee. You know what I mean? And then we'll do a bit of a deep dive into my microphone. So, okay, come on, guys. Come on, second sip of the day. Absolutely beautiful. Going on the Spiral coaster. I actually do have a Crash coaster as well. Considering it is all Crash, I don't know why I don't have the Crash one. But anyway, I wanted to mix it up a little bit. So here we go. This is the microphone that I have picked up. I picked this up on Amazon. Now guys, everything that I do is on a budget. And I think it is just realistic. You know, if I am going into this the first time and I'm inspiring people to go into YouTube for the first time as well, you are gonna be on a bit of a budget. So this came in at £15 on Amazon, but I did have a look and they do have other models. I think going up maybe nearing £100. So I think it is quite a good, well-known brand. It's just I purchased the cheaper model, and I think it is also because it is just a tiny little microphone that clips onto your hoodie or jacket. So price-wise, I think that was a respectable price for the product. Yeah. So what it gives you, I mean, it gives it basically a plug and play. That is exactly what I'm after. I'm always on the run, and just getting a plug in straight in to start my videos is spot on. We've got 20 meters of accessible reception, so that's pretty good. I mean, I'm going to be pretty much just as close as the camera here, but you might get some people that might be doing, I don't know, setting something up over there when we need the microphone down here, you know, so that is really, really awesome. We've got precise radio, whatever that means. So I'm hoping it's all gonna be nice and precise, you know. We've got high sensitivity, and they're widely compatible. I have just noticed on the instructions, because I have already had a quick look into this, that, you know, it's compatible with Android and iPhone, and I'm sure maybe a few other like laptops and stuff like that. So that is also really, really good. And again, why I wanted to pick this up, because I might be looking to explore getting other bits of hardware to help with my TikToks and YouTube. So yeah, okay, like I said, I have actually already opened this. I didn't want to just go into this video and then all of a sudden, I don't know, it's all missing. I mean, yeah, it's rough and ready on this show, but I mean, come on, I didn't want it that rough and ready. So yeah, I did have a little bit of a deep dive. But anyway, we are going to open this up and see what's inside. Okay, so here we go. Lovely little box. Nothing too fancy, to be fair. All right, so here we go. Now this does come with 2 microphones. One is just on charge down there, but this is the microphone that is given in this pack. So really nice, really subtle actually. You can just pop on the side and you probably won't even notice it is on your collar, which is exactly what I want. I don't want this channel to be, you know, too formal. It is rough and ready, it is a laugh, it is a good bit of fun there. So yeah, that is the microphone that we get. So that's lovely. Now these were really interesting. These are put onto microphones to stop the, you know, and I had noticed that going into a few of my Let's Draws and Let's Colours. As I was getting closer to the camera, you would kind of hear my P's sounding quite prominent and also sounding quite muffly on the audio. So I think if you put one of these around the microphone, that will potentially avoid that from happening. So I probably will be popping that on there at some point. So that's really good. And of course you get 2 because you get 2 microphones. So that's really lovely. Okay, so here, this is the device that actually plugs into the bottom of your phone. Now for me, I have got an iPhone, a Type-C. Yes, I am on the 15. Thank God, iPhone, for actually incorporating Type-C when we hit the 15, do you know what I mean? But yeah, that plugs into the bottom of your phone. And then I believe you can just start to pair it with your microphone once that is fully connected. I believe power to this comes from the phone itself. Okay, we have a little clip, 2 little clips here as well. I believe these are the clips that will just fasten onto your top with the microphone in. So that's really nice, really subtle again, just nice and small. Yeah, there we go, not too bad. Then I'll just pop that in there. Okay, now, I believe these are if you are wanting to plug and use these microphones with other devices. So here we have got a lightning port that is seen with older models of iPhones and stuff like that. And again, we have got a USB, probably if you're wanting to use this for a laptop, etc. So yeah, we do have lots of different avenues you can explore to use these. That's great. And here we go. I believe this is the charging cable to charge up your microphones. Of course, these will need charging. So yeah, you just plug them in with the Type-C cable, which is really nice. And that is provided here. Of course, an actual plug isn't, so you will need a plug with the USB connection. Plop that in there, 2 mains, and then boom, you're ready to go. That is charging. So yeah, really, really awesome. So yeah, lovely little pack here. All comes really neatly together. Like I said, it wasn't too much, only around £15, but I think that's looking good for £15. Yeah, but obviously it all is in the quality of the sound, so we'll test that out later. But there we go, lovely little pack, all put together really nicely. Yeah, there we go. So it did come with some instructions. I will just read out the basic bit of the instructions first. Where's it gone? I did have this all kind of like neatly set out, guys, but you know me, it's gone. There we go. So how to use. All right. So obviously it goes into lots of detail here, but the main thing that you want to go straight into is how to just plug and play and use the device. And it is simply in 2 simple steps. So you've got step 1, plug microphone receiver into the phone after the plug-in, and receiver's indicator is flashing red. So I guess, yeah, once it is in the phone, there'll be an indicator flashing red. All right, and there we go. Step 2, press and hold the power button of the microphone. So there is a little power button on the microphone. Yeah, there we go. The indicator of the microphone turns green. So once it is fully connected to that connection there, boom, in the phone, it'll turn green. And then I guess it is ready to rock and roll and go. So, all right then. Well, I guess we're going to go and check it out now. I'll cut the camera. We'll get it all up and see how we sound. Ooh, fingers crossed it sounds okay. Okay then guys, well, here we go. The microphone is paired. It has got a little green light on it there, and it should be fully connected to the device that is plugged in the phone. So we're gonna give it a bit of a go, see how we get on, and then hopefully the audio might sound a little bit better. But yeah, we'll see at the end of the video. Anyway, guys, right then, well, like I said, to really fully test this, we're just going to be moving around, doing it my whole artsy gamer vibe by looking at some awesome pictures going into the gashes, the slashes and stuff like that. And we'll see how this bad boy holds up. So here we go, bringing back the beautiful PlayStation Portal. We're going to boot this up now and we're going to do some remote play. All right then, so here we go. I'm just going to turn this on now. Hopefully it has got some charge. It does. Beautiful. Yeah, so we're going to have a little look at this. I'm not going to do any gaming today. Like I said at the start, we're just going to have a little look at some awesome screenshots I've picked up in the past on some different games. Just hold it up to the camera. We'll have a little look at just the pops of color and how well the device is holding these pictures up. And it'll be a great idea to just give this a bit of a test as well at the same time. And come on, guys, we are on a bit of a PlayStation Portal hype at the moment with the recent firmware update. What an update that is. And like I said, if you are thinking about deep diving into a PlayStation Portal, now is definitely the time to do so. Anyway, here we go. We're just going to boot this thing up now. All right, lovely PlayStation loop there. And again, we are greeted with the new screen now. The update has been fully installed with the 3 icons at the top there to decide what you want to do. Now, for me, like I said, I'm going to do remote play so we can have full access to my screenshot library. So here we go. Boom. And I've just heard the PlayStation flick on there. The iconic beep. All right, so it is going to ask me to type in a password. I have got my password all set up on my PlayStation, so it's the same passcode that I would do on there. Of course, I ain't going to show it to the camera. You know what I mean? That bit's private, guys. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? But there we go. Yes, I am now fully synced. Okay, yeah, so here we go. Here is my first shot. And this is Spider-Man in full action here, don't you think? And yeah, let's see how well the portal holds this picture up. Now, here we go. Just look at Spider-Man there in that beautiful orange. Orange? I was meant to say red, guys, sorry. Beautiful red suit there. Yeah, really awesome. I tell you what, the portal has really pictured. Oh, let's just take a sip of coffee, guys. God. I'm all over the place today. Sorry, I'm excited. I got a new microphone. Come on, look at it, baby. I was about to say how well Spider-Man has been captured in this image there with those lovely pops of colours. Really, really nice. And I tell you what, yesterday's video, the portal did struggle to get a full kind of block of colour there. That is very, very blue there. And there was an image that had a very blue-grey sky line right at the top, and it did struggle to pick up that colour neatly. It was very pixelated as it was fading into different colours. But I do think this one here is actually really good. It hasn't got that pixelated effect there as it does drift into other colours, other shades of blue there. So, you know, the backdrop of Spider-Man there is captured really, really nicely. And then, yeah, boom, you've got that lovely flash of red. I got that right. Of Spider-Man himself. And you can just tell that that sunlight is just cascading right directly in front of him to really get that Spider-Man logo shining so, so bright. Really, really awesome shot there. I don't even know how I managed to pull that one off, to be honest with you. Really, really lovely. And yeah, it looks like it's just about to maybe do a little bit of a spin and then bam, get his web to attach to the next building. So that is a really lovely image there that I managed to pick up. Sorry about the glare there. But really nice. And I tell you what, the portal is really going to town with getting every single bit of color there, don't you think? It is really, really nice. And I tell you what, the display is spot
spot on with this. Yes, it is not OLED. Yes, it is not the best screen you are ever going to get, but because it is in a small form factor, you can't really tell, that it isn't the latest and greatest screen out there. But I tell you what, it does do such a good job of holding these pictures up and gameplay. So, wow. But yeah, I'll have a little look for our next photo. Okay, now I remember taking this one when I was really heavily invested in Diablo. What a game, by the way. I really enjoyed that top-down play game. Yeah, really lovely stuff. But this was a load screen that I just had to take a screenshot of. There is so much going on here. And I tell you what, again, the portal doesn't let me down. It really does get every bit of light that is shining through gaps in the enemies there. We've got that lovely, subtly red background that then slowly comes up into a deep, dark red that just highlights some of the worse, the darker enemies there. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, those really evil ones with more subtle grey colours to then slowly come down to then highlight some of the, the more brighter enemies there and subtly greens. Yeah, really, really awesome. It has captured that so wow. Even the base here where it does get a little bit dark, it still really captures just glimpses of light just on the rock face there, just to give it a little bit extra, just so it doesn't look like it's floating in mid-air. Do you know what I mean? It's still got that lovely rock face that is picked up so well. I tell you what, this is a very testing photograph for the PlayStation Portal here, but nevertheless, I think it holds up very, very nicely. We've even got just this big axe here with some flames coming out of it. Now, you would expect that to maybe just get a little bit too lost with how bright that yellow is. Sometimes when it can get a little bit, faded and maybe actually turning towards more white than yellow. But no, it's still got a lovely yellowy effect there. It hasn't been distorted at all. Again, another win for the PlayStation Portal here with this image, holding up so well. And again, I'll show you one more. Okay, I thought I would just show some action here as well. Up until now, I've literally just been showing stills and screenshots, but this is a very, very orange game here. And again, very, very testing for the portal to see how well it can transfer between different colors within that very orange dust and stuff there that is going on with this game. And yes, I do think it works okay. Yes, it has just gone on to the main screen here, but we'll just go back. Portal. Oh, okay. I thought, being a touchscreen, I thought I could just glide that back. No. Okay. But, can we start it? Oh, there we go. Okay, but yes, rough and ready. But yes, it does manage to pick up other lighter bits here and there. You can just see, the arrows going there. You can see the blue lines from that. There are other things in the background there that are not so orange, so it does identify things quite well. You can see standout things. But I would say it is a little bit lost. I would say a lot of the other colours in this game is a little bit lost because it hasn't quite managed to get everything going on there. Like I said, it is a very orangey, vibey game. A lot of orange, red dust everywhere. But on my actual TV, there is a lot more going on, I would say, with regards to, I would say the flashes, the fire effects, the smoke effects. There is a lot more going on and a lot more colour, whereas this does just get a little bit lost. A lot of those extra colours to highlight, the fire effects, the smoke effects as the arrows are going through. There is a little bit more colour there on the TV rather than the Portal. I believe what I'm trying to say is, and again, I mentioned it in my last video, if there is one kind of solid block of colour that is used, for example here, very orangey, reddy colour. In my previous video, there was a block of blue and grey. Yeah, I would say there is a little bit of distortion there. You can actually see pixels as they fade into different colours. And I think this one, as we were taking it, I thought would be the most testing one for the Portal. It doesn't really manage to really get any other colours in sight. It really does just seem to focus on the main colour at hand, and then the other little bits and bobs that should be really capturing the gamer's eye can get a little bit lost there. Yes, you could see it. Yes, you could see some of the shots going through there, but I do have to say it is picked up on the TV a little bit better there, but that is just my personal opinion. Yeah, for example, you got this flashing thing in the background there. It does stand out. That shot there, it does stand out. But I tell you what is a lot better on the TV. It actually, I would say, on the TV, it is more of an actual quite a deep, vibrant blue rather than a subtle grey. And I believe it is just kind of lost in that orangey tone that is given and represented in this game. Yeah, sorry it kept doing that. But I did want to show you a moving shot. But yes, there we go. I will pop that back to one side there. All right. Woo! Okay. Well, guys, what do we think of the microphone? Is it giving a bit better audio quality? Let's just take a sip of coffee. I'm muddling up my words. There we go. Is it a little bit better with the audio, or was it absolutely pants? And do you want me to revert back to my main phone audio speaker? Yeah, let me know, or recorder, whatever you want to call it. But I think this is really good because no matter where I turn, it should still be able to pick up my voice that little bit better. But yeah. Wow, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Fingers crossed this comes out all right. And yeah, we are going to have a quick look at the comment of my previous video. I'll pop that up on the end of this. I think it's actually one from me. Yeah, I think I commented saying something like, yes, now I've reconstructed this title to actually make sense. I believe one of my videos went up where it just had a title that just made absolute nonsense. But you know me, it's the Arts of Gamer, it's rough and ready on here. But somebody liked it. Anyway, guys, that is me. That is the Artsy Gamer. More TikTok fun, more YouTube videos to come. Now is the time to sub. That is me, over and out.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3.